So today we are in CFM. This is season 7, week 11. So I'm gonna break down some of my scheme. And wanting to do this for a long time, and it's more so because I want to help people understand football concepts and the way it works in Madden, as opposed to just me bragging about a money scheme, a money play, or whatever the case may be. So what we're gonna do is what we normally do is hop into practice mode and have at it versus our team. You know what I mean? I always say the best way to practice is with the personnel that you use the most. So in this case, this is what we have in CFM. This is, like I said, season 7, and we're far along into the league. And I have a ton of players that have a ton of abilities and stuff like that. Lamar's Lamar. Justice Hill finally got his abilities. We're going to utilize him in a way that we've been utilizing him more recently, which is taking advantage of his human joystick ability. Amari Cooper does have a route apprentice. I believe that's what the name is. Wide receiver apprentice, route technician. A route technician gets extra separation on the last cut of any route. This is a really good ability, and I don't see too many receivers with it across leagues that I've been in. And we have pass blocking abilities across our O-line here. So we're going to get into practice mode against this defense. And I always say, if you can figure out how to block 2 X-Factor pass rushers, and as well as go up against 3 DBs that have universal coverage, you can beat any zone, any man coverage in the game. So Marlon Humphrey right here, as you can see, tip drill, universal coverage. If you look at his ratings, 93 speed, 94 man. Right? Really good. I think he's like 84 zone, whatever it is. Nick Dudley, not as great as what's his face, but he does have 95 speed, 91 agility, solid man in zone, right? Max Burnett, this guy is the quintessential slot DB free safety hybrid player. Universal coverage, secure tackler, 94 speed, 90 man, 90 zone, all that good stuff, right? So this is the defense we're going to go up against, and then we have Keanu Neal right here just to bring the wood on folks when they try to run, slants and drags, all that good stuff. So that's the defense we're going to be going up against here, and we're going to get into practice mode, and we're going to just basically go through spread offense and why the spread is good, and how I use it, why I use it, what am I looking for versus certain stuff, and see if I can help some of you guys come along with what it is that you're trying to do offensively. If you're one of the guys that are, like they're in the league and they're like, oh, he's trying to fucking kick knowledge when he hasn't won a bowl, bro. I don't run, contrary to popular belief, I don't run all the cheese shit everybody else does. I do my own thing. I have my own big plays, obviously, but for the most part, I'm using football knowledge to move the ball down the field. So first thing we're going to get into here is the spread. So these 3 formations, again, we're in the spread offense. These 3 formations is the bread and butter of this playbook. I'm going to show you guys my audibles, how I set them up. And you'll see that I've called a lot of these plays a lot of times. You know what I mean? 72 calls on a play that I rarely ever use is a considerable amount of play calls. You know what I mean? When you get into the plays that I use the most, wide corner, love this play now. Really good play if you have speed at the X receiver position, which is square. And you'll hear me reference like the X receiver, the Z receiver, the Y receiver, the F receiver. So if you break it down in layman's terms, the X is on the left, so that's your square receiver on PlayStation. Your Y receiver is triangle. Your Z receiver is circle. Your F is your slot receiver. You know what I mean? So like if we break that down like West Coast offense style, which is what I base a lot of my offense on, you'll hear that a lot. So if I say the X receiver, I don't mean the X button. So just try to follow along that way. The bread and butter of this formation and this scheme is going to be the play you see at the top and the play you see at the bottom. That's the power and the counter. Every time I build a scheme on offense in Madden, I always say that I have to have a play that forces a defender to either A, user this route with his, like you have to user this to take it away, or you completely take a coverage off the table. Okay. So this play mesh. And I'll get my audible set here. Give me a second. I'll get my audible set. But this play mesh is really, really good versus cover 3, versus cover 4, versus cover 6, cover 9. It's just one of those plays where like somebody's open every time. Every time somebody's open. And it forces people to defend it a certain way. So we like to, as an offense, be on the aggressive. You don't want to, as an offense, be like, oh, I can't run this because they're doing that. No, you want to attack. That's the main part of offense, is to attack. What you see on the field, what you predict from the defense, you attack that shit, bro. So I have my audible set now, and we're basically just gonna go off of these 3 formations. Now, formation subs is something that I'm really, really big on. I like to get my best players in the best positions. So, being as though I'm playing without Hollywood Brown, right? Playing without Hollywood Brown, so that means that's 97 speed off the board. So my next fastest guy is 93 speed, which is number 12. Now, I don't need number 12 in this specific spot to be, you know, in the slot left. I need him to stretch the field. I need him to stretch zones and be either a decoy or catch this big deep ball. No homo. Right? In this formation, number 12 is also in the slot, and essentially he's only going to be running a flat, a drag, or a corner. Right? And it's only a couple plays that I'm going to run out of here, but for the most part, you would want to have a solid slot wide receiver. You know? So the final formation, which is formation number 28, gun spread. You can run whoever you want here in the slot, but ideally you want a guy who can make people miss after the catch. So if you have somebody with grab and go, with human joystick, with jukebox, all that good shit, that's who you want in the slot in this formation, because that's the guy that's going to be running a drag. He's going to be running an RPO, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. And occasionally, given the opportunity, he's going to run a streak. So fast, good after the catch. That's what you want there. In my 2 leagues that I'm in right now, I have essentially premier slot guys. So, but in this particular case, we're going to actually use formation subs to get Justice Hill in the slot. So if you can see right here at the bottom of the screen, you see the right stick. Those are your sub packages. I'm going to move my right stick to the left 3 times. That's going to put my halfback in the slot left. What that also does is, A, it brings halfback 2 in at halfback, and it puts wide receiver 3 at tight end. Now, take that knowledge and do with it what you want. But essentially, if you can get a 93 speed guy at a tight end position, and let's just say you wanted to run another formation, and you got this tight end that has 93 speed, he's matched up on a linebacker, like that, it could play into your favor, you know what I mean? But in any case, what we're going to do right here is we're going to start out with mesh, right? Mesh is the meat and potatoes of this scheme. We're going to go up against cover 3 sky. I'm going to show you what mesh does to cover 3 sky. We're going to back this up here. We're going to go off the left hash. Now, a lot of the stuff that I use is hash specific. I run stuff to specific hashes because I want space, or I want to condense something. You know, if I want to run a corner route, I want to run it to the boundary. Boundary would be the short side of the field. If I want to run something that I need extra space to outrun some folk, I want to run it to the field, which is the open side of the field. So boundary, left, field, right, if you're on the left hash. So we have mesh called up. We have cover 3 on the defense. All we're going to do is we're going to put X on a streak. Now, I could run this with the tight end all day. Mark Andrews had 1,500 receiving yards and 28 touchdowns one season, basically off of this scheme. Now, we're going to motion this guy over here. The reason we do this motion for two reasons. We want to make our read a lot easier, for one. For two, we want to try to get the least amount of bump on our slot guy as possible. So, just going to let it run. You're going to see this one play touchdown right over the top. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. He would have scored if I didn't start, you know, the showboat and all that stuff get tackled. Now I'll show y'all the why. Why does this work? Why is this way? Right? Look at the free safety. We're on the left hash. Now, in Madden, and a lot of times in real football as well, your free safety in cover 3 is going to cheat to the speed side. Okay? And when I say speed side, I mean that's the side with 2 wide receivers. But like I said, we did use formation sub, so we have, you know, a halfback in the slot left, which should be a wide receiver, and we have a wide receiver in the slot right, which would be a tight end. So, Madden doesn't recognize that number 12 is not a tight end with like 85 or less speed. That's a, you know, it just recognizes that the 2 receivers, wide receivers, are on the left. So it's cheating to that side. Now, you saw the play art. You know that 88 is going to run a corner route. What does that mean? 88 running this corner route means that he's going to vertical stem up the field about 10 yards, and he's going to break outside. So that means that he's now in the right third of the field. That's this cornerback's responsibility. This is cover 3 again, right? I had to take a sip right there. So, because this corner has the responsibility of this guy, he has to widen, because we all know that that purple zone is not going to cover that corner out, right? So, as opposed to Madden letting this wide receiver completely destroy this purple zone, the deep blue is going to commit to the only receiver in his quadrant of the field. Okay? So, when 31, 31's the outside corner here. So 31's going to come up. He's going to play his zone, and he's going outside. Let me go ahead and get this guy. And what happens to him? You know what I mean? What makes him that wide open is the splits. So this guy is going to run up the numbers and break outside, and then you have the safety here, which is cheating to the air quote speed side, lined up on the right hash. Well, essentially the left hash of the offense. But yeah, no matter who this is, this could be my 94 speed safety. He's not going to make this play. No matter what, he's going to get in his back pedal. He's going to assume that that guy is being carried up the field, and he's being covered by the outside third when he's not. Because we got the zones to honor who they should be honoring. You know what I mean? Slot streaks are the bane of cover 3's existence. 88 is going to take that outside, take that corner with him. Free safety is occupied by the speed side of the formation. And number 12 is wide open. You know, pass lead that outside, big play, 80-yard touchdown, right? First play to drive, 80-yard touchdown. Go ahead and run it again. So you can see the play art. Play pull inside, that's it. That is all. Now what you really want to look for here is you're reading this guy right here. This is your tell if this is man or zone. What this guy's going to do in zone is he's going to take his first step to the outside. He's going to give number 12 a free release right up the seam. Why? Because his responsibility is the outside flat, curl to flat. A slot streak is not a curl or a flat. So, we're going to step the ball here. Watch X just outrun everybody for a big play. Like I said, we're going to take a look at the snap of the ball here and pay attention to the slot defender. This guy. That's your key. That's your tell. Snap the ball. His first step goes outside. He's a curl flat defender. You know you got a corner out from a reduced set, which means that that outside third has to honor that corner out. And that also means that because the corner's first step was outside, he did not get a hand on the slot receiver. He's going to run right down the seam in a straight line, pass lead that outside for a big play. Okay? That's mesh 1.0. Let's go ahead and choose a new play here. I'm going to actually call the same play. I'm going to show you what it looks like against man. So we got mesh, formation, nickel, cover one hole. Now, a lot of people don't use this besides me. I use it because I call enough cover 3 that I want you to think that you got a cover 3 beater, and you don't. It's man. So, good luck with that shit. So, we're going to do the same adjustments here because pre-snap, this looks just like cover 3. The safety is cheating to the speed side of the formation. You know, you got off coverage here on the outside. And you have the same exact look that you had last time versus cover 3. Let's run this here. That's just a bad route, but essentially you'll see what I'm looking at in the replay here. So it's like usually that is Hollywood Brown over there running that route, and it's golden against any type of man or match. So remember when I said that this is your key? This guy is your key. If his first step is outside, that means he's in zone, and you got a one-play touchdown, right? If his first step is not outside, and these guys, you know, you take a look at the rest of the field here, it looks just like man. His first, your key, his first step is not outside. He's not in zone. You got a linebacker jetting to running back. You know what I mean? He actually passes off the man coverage to the other linebacker here. He comes back for the 3 receiver hook. Bang, bang. So what that means is you have 2 options here. Well, really, you got multiple options if you have elite receivers across the board. So you can throw this corner out to 88 if you have, you know, like a Hollywood Brown versus a nobody DB. You can throw that corner out 100%. As soon as he gets to the top of his route, bam, you throw that right now. He's breaking. That's a completion, right? You can throw this drag underneath if the user is in that yellow zone and he's jetting up top because he thinks the wide receiver is going to outrun that guy. You know, you can throw that drag. It's man coverage. It's a drag. Easy money. Or you can completely demolish somebody with a double move route here. Lined up outside. It's going to run a corner post. Bang, bang. I hate how Madden replicates a DB biting on a double move route. Like, ideally, you would have the corner stop right here and jet down. Like, all right, I got to go get him. And then the receiver gets behind him. But Madden just does it all wrong, bro. It's quite sad. But, yeah, Amari Cooper gets the one-on-one animation, just doesn't get the catch. It is what it is. But essentially, you can see what it looks like. Mesh versus cover 3, mesh versus man. You know, you have reads either way, but for the most part, you know, that's what you want to do. Let's actually go with a little man blitz here, see if we can get the drag open. Which, I mean, it should be open 100%. If we call, see if they got it in this one. Yeah, cover 1 linebacker blitz. Something I call quite a bit myself. So same type of deal here. Streak and emotion. That's it. It's a real easy setup. Got the ball here. Drag is open. 10 yards. Easy money. Now, when I spoke of this play, I did say that this play could beat cover 4 and cover 6. So we're going to go ahead and get into some of that. Now, this is more specific, meaning you have to have the personnel to beat this coverage. So you have to have somebody that has either double move elite or route technician in order to consistently beat this guy, right? So let's look for cover 4 palms. There we go. Squares, cover 4 palms. So it's the same setup here. Streak the slot, or streak the Y, motion him, and we're just gonna run this as is, right? Boom, boom. doesn't get the win animation, but you can see what I mean here. Take a look at the replay. And I'll show y'all why it works the way it does. So, in palms, the defense, the safeties are matching 2 to 1. So number 2 comes in, he runs a drag, right? The free safety essentially is this guy. He's matching this guy. The safety is matching this guy. Meaning, this double move is one-on-one with this corner. And again, I don't know if this is universal coverage coming into play here, or whatever the case may be. But this route is a lot cleaner when Hollywood Brown runs it. Trust me. We'll run it again against Palm. See what kind of shit we can cook up here. So yeah, this is it. Let's actually put triangle on an in route. So he vertically releases, then cuts out. We got hit right there. Let's try this one more time. This is frustrating. This is what I hate about practice mode, right? Let's actually double him. We're actually going to roll out that way. He dropped it, of course. But you can see what I mean there. If I didn't try to rat catch that and possession caught it, that's a big play. 40 yards downfield. But yeah, you can see exactly what I mean here with the double moves versus match or palms or whatever it is. He got a really good release off that. And you just pass lead that up the field away from that safety. And that's a possession catch for a big gain. But I tried to rack it. Now I can also show you this. Put that guy on an out route. Smart route it, right? What happens this time? Or no? Love doing this. Love doing that. Do it in the game all the time. I see a read that is taken away, and I was like, you know what? Let me just run with Lamar. But let me just go ahead and show it to you against cover 6. Spread wide flex. Play is mesh. Let's go with the big nickel over G. Cover 6 trap. We know whose play this is, right? You know who play this is, right? So this is actually this is actually not how Jibri runs it. He actually runs this, you know, he doesn't flip his defense at all. He base aligns. But essentially, if this was lined up the other way, let's see if it'll do it. Claypool is not going to separate. He's 88 speed. Let's scrap that. Let's scrap that. 88 speed Claypool is not beating anyone over the top. But yeah. Let's get back to formation 30. Mash here. Call a base cover 6 out of nickel. See if we can get this to work the way we want it to, and it doesn't. So I don't know why these guys are lining up this way. They're actually lining up true to talent here. Like this is the nickel DB. This is a nickel DB. He shouldn't be here. He should be on the left, based on alignment. This play shouldn't auto flip to this, because essentially you would want your cover 2 side of a cover 6 to be to the three receiver side, which, because this halfback is on the right, that's the 3 receiver side. So that's just a bad match. I guess alignment here, which is one of the things Madden just completely has wrong. I'll even run it against this misaligned defense just to see what happens. We have the dig coming across, post coming across. Yeah. So even with the misaligned defense, you can still fit the copo, as it's so eloquently called, corner post. You still hit the corner post, but ideally you wouldn't want to run this against this play, because you're selling out for that copo route, and that's it. If the user is anywhere near competent, he's gonna look for work after he sees no routes coming across the middle. He's gonna fade up to stop this route right here, and you're just stuck with, you know, pretty much nothing on offense. So how do we combat all of that stuff, man? How do we get into ways of beating other coverages? So we've beat someone in the head. You can't call cover 3, and you can't call cover 4, and you can't call cover 1 against this formation. So what is it that you can call against this formation? You can call cover 2. Call cover 2. You can call, cover 6 apparently. If your defense is going to miss a line, then yeah, you can call cover 2. So let's just play around against some Tampa 2.
On the ready.
2 deep safeties. Corner's about 5 yards off the ball. We're going to use the same motion. We're also going to always slide our protection to the side of the biggest threat. We're going to just run this little concept here. Get sacked. Cool. Trouble. Slide protection is so bad in this game. Let me go ahead and break this down for you real quick too. So, in a full slide, right? Full slide. You're telling your right tackle to block this guy, right? You're telling your right guard to block this guy. You're telling your center, left guard, and left tackle to block these two. Okay? Now, what happens here is the inside guy gets doubled. And it doesn't even double the right guy. Like, I slide that way, bro. I want a double team on the the 3 tech or the outside guy. This is what I mean about pass pro. It's just so bad. And it's like you can't step up in the pocket here because these guys are like, just losing. Just losing. Yeah, so let's go ahead and run it again. We're going to double that guy. We're going to slide left. Okay? Double team the end, slide left. We got that. Boom. Take that easy money. Now, I was looking at the pass rush, I ain't going to lie. I was just looking at what that patch protection does versus that particular 4-man rush. But, in any case, come here. You got this slant early. Got the slant early. Bam, right there, it's open. You can take that for an easy 5 to 8 yards. Right? Now, the reason that's open is because that linebacker is bailing out in cover 2 to cover anything deep, which is that post, which you can still throw. And then you have this guy here. Now, what I don't like about this play is every now and then this guy running this slant stops, and he does that. Which, in some cases, that's good. But in most cases, when you're expecting him to run as your read to the sideline, you want him to be running. But we'll go ahead and run this a couple more times. I actually like running this from the field. So, I actually like being on the right hash here. So, like, mesh is my left hash play. Shallow cross is my left hash play. This play I can run to either hash, but I like to run it from the right hash. So, yeah, we're going to double that guy, slide left. That's going to be our pass pro here. You got sacked. That 56 that was. I hope you do that in the game, bro, to be honest. What do you think?
Here we go.
Good
Here we go.
So, again, double. Let's actually slide right this time. See what that does. Flip pass. Got a juke. That was funny. Alright, so let's actually get a real concept going here. Put him on a curl. I want to step up here. Because pass pro does not hold up. And I'm telling you, that 90 is not good. He never sees the field. Never sees the field, bro. Good job, 29. Do that in the game for me, homie. For real.
Set, ready. 18 gator.
Alright. So what would we do against cover 2? We would go to inside zone, read option, jet touch pass here. Easy money. Get that block. Boom. Cut it up. That's what we would do. We see cover 2, we auto with a read option. Put stress on the defense. It's alley. Try to get a juke on the safety right there. But yeah, this is essentially what I would do against cover 2. If I see a heavy dose of cover 2, I'm coming out in RPOs and read bubbles, read options, all this good shit. Good job, 29. I was trying to use my spin cycle ability on you, young sir. See if we can do it again. RPO, read bubble. He actually got to me that time. So here's the thing about RPOs, right? This used to be an almost automatic read. If this guy took a step forward, he was done. But now these guys are committing to the run and also committing to the pass. And they're able to make plays. This used to be guaranteed like one-on-one with a safety. 50 would never be in position to make a play. But now that they've tweaked the game so much, he's able to make these plays. Which isn't bad, but when you're on offense, it's bad. All right. Again, see too deep, get into some read option shit. That was a bad read. I should have kept it. I didn't like the way it looked, though. Do it again. Read option. That's our read man name. Keep it. I need to get better offensive linemen. These dudes are terrible. So, let's get into the next formation here, which is going to be formation number 29, where I was just running that read option from. This one is probably the best read option, contrary to popular belief, which you saw right there. But my offensive line is literally built to pass block. And I'll show you guys what I mean when I say my offensive line can't run block for shit. They're all pass blockers. Let's see. Brent Ramsey. He's 72 speed, 91 strength, 82 acceleration. Pretty good, right? And then you get over here to his blocking, and it's very lackluster. 76 pass block, it's decent. 86 pass block power, 87 finesse. 72 run block, 66 run block power, 67 finesse. 75 lead block, 75 impact. Not the best run blocker. Right guard, Gil Aldridge. He's almost 90 overall. 75 speed, 89 strength, 83 awareness. Only 2 years in the league. His 3rd season, right? You get over here to pass block. 87 pass block, 95 pass block power, 97 pass block finesse, 70 run block, 71 run block power, 63 run block finesse, 76 impact. 76 lead block, 83 impact block. Not the best run blockers, man. It's pretty bad. Even Jerry Moore, also drafted as a pass blocker. Pretty solid offensive lineman, but they just cannot run block to save their lives. 82 pass block, 76 power, 87 finesse, 72 run block, 72 and 67, 70 lead block, 74 impact block. Like, this guy should not be playing right tackle for me, but it is what it is. Let's go ahead and choose a new play here. And so we're getting into formation number 29. Now this one, I don't really use the formation subs as much. But for the most part, you know, if you need to sub out your halfback, you know, if you need to, you know, you want to put wide receiver 1 in the slot, wide receiver 2 in the slot, halfback slot. This one doesn't allow you to get your wide receiver in at tight end, but it also does give you like tight end wide out. So if you have like a tight end that has double me, tight end wide out becomes your best friend if you see single high safety. Tight end slot, meaning you get 2 tight ends on the field now. So if you want to run a read option and you got, you know, 2 tight ends, that's a good deal, you know. And essentially, we could use this, to be honest. We could actually use this tight end slot because that puts 2 tight ends on the field. Let's actually run some read option with that, right? So essentially, our audibles are Z-spot, read option, Y shallow cross, and angle smash. 3 of the 4 audibles are all going to use the same motion. So angle smash, Now, ideally, you would want to have a good tight end
Here we
here
go. And read.
because you have a tight end running a corner route, which is a man beater. You want to be able to trust your man beaters, right? Also, have the option to do this here,
Single.
zone. Always been a go-to play of mine, and I'll show y'all why that works. Let's see here. So, instant replay. The same way we showed you guys mesh. We showed you that motion that pretty much stacked these two receivers on the right. Now this time we're doing it on the left. Okay? We got a corner out and we got a streak. And where's the free safety? In between the numbers and the hash on the opposite side of the field. So, this is an 88 speed wide receiver running this. Doesn't matter, like I said, doesn't matter who's running it. As long as that corner route is unbumped, as long as the streak is unbumped, they have free reign. Once that guy takes that outcut, you can see the cornerback has to honor it because that's his zone. Cornerback has to honor it. Bam. Once that corner commits to that, that ball's coming out and it's going right up the field. Right behind him. The safety's too deep on the opposite side of the field. We're able to get this catch right here and get down for a big play. Okay. Let's see if we get it again.
Yes, yes.
Man alert, zone alert. This time we're gonna alert to man. You see the corner that actually came across with Claypool, so that's a man alert. When I see a man alert, I don't put him on a streak. I put him on a drag. So that means I have a man beater in triangle, a man beater in square, a man beater in R1, a man beater in circle. So you just basically pick your best matchup here.
Ready, go.
Man coverage. Completion. We had pressure. We threw that just a hair early. But essentially,
Here we go.
you'll see what I mean here. So this is the beauty of motion. This motion is better than the last motion because 88 comes from the outside and he comes inside. So you know it's man if that corner comes all the way with him. Usually the corner would, stay to the outside of the tight end and then the nickel DB would come inside with the wide receiver. But in this case, he alerted to man. So, like I said, you run a drag against man, lovely. You run a corner out against man, lovely. You run an angle route against man, beautiful. We threw the comeback route. We threw the most unopened route on this concept and still got a completion. You know what I mean? But essentially, like I said, bro, like it's down to your reads. If you have your reads down pat, you have your alerts down pat, and you just reading the field, man, reading where the user is, and taking advantage of what you see. You know what I mean? Like, now, granted, if I had more time, if 56 isn't flying around this right tackle, I'm not throwing that corner route. I mean, that comeback route. I'm most likely throwing this corner. Bang. But I don't trust that tight end, to be honest. I don't trust that tight end at all. But, he gets wide open on that corner route. That's nice to know. This halfback angle route, beautiful thing. The drag route is open early, but not late. It's obviously a way better matchup with that DB over that wide receiver. But, yeah. Just look at this. This is a cover one blitz here. Man-on-man blocking across the board. Beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. So, right off of that same play, I'll show you against cover two. You can actually see. You have the corner. See how the corner stays outside of the tight end? And that other guy comes in now. So we still put this guy on a drag because it's a too deep look. It's not showing you that it's cover three. It's a too deep look, so you wanna stress the zones horizontally, and you alert to X. That's your alert. You see the M, the middle linebacker. That's the mic. If the mic sinks to the right, you want to throw the drag or the angle. If he sinks straight back, you're gonna most likely throw the tight end route. Right here. You got destroyed by 21, but that's a nice little. It's an instant alert play, basically. Show that a replay on that one as well. ideally, you don't want to ever get it in your mind that like I'm throwing to this person this play. You know what I mean? But if that's a little cleaner route, if he doesn't get that weird animation right there, and we're able to fit this right behind, like right under that DB, it's an easy completion right here. This actually is a cover three, to be honest. Cover three cloud looks like. Maybe it's cloud show too. I don't know. Cover six maybe. Cover six invert. But yeah, against this look right here, we're going right back to the slot streak. Oh, that's a man alert. Single high safety. The corner came inside. We're gonna see if that triangle wins that route again. Doesn't. That's what I mean, man. So like you gotta know your personnel. I really left the tight ends in here so we can run some read option, which this is the ideal situation to run read option. Look where the linebacker is. The second linebacker, look where the mic is. Look what the other linebacker is all the way out there flexed on the tight end. You got the other the other linebacker or DB type that's flexed out there. Bring this guy in just like you're running the other plays. Bang. We're off to the races. Get that block. Good job, buddy. And this is why I do this shit in the game. I just be doing this in practice mode all the time, so I always get hit stick fumbled. But yeah. So again, like I said, we're running this read option. Read option is so basic. If the guy stands up, you hand it off. If he crashes down, you keep it. And essentially, it's basically 88 and out the gate, bro. Like, if he crashes down, it's so easy. That the right tackle does a good job of actually contacting someone. That's all I need you to hit somebody, brother. Ideally, it would have been the middle linebacker, but it is what it is. I'll take you taking that guy and me getting to the third level easily. 25-yard gain right there. If I slide, that's, obviously not a fumble. Again, like this look, off coverage, two deep safeties. We're going to run this read option here. The zone, most likely cover 4. So we're keeping it, giving it. We take 7 to 8 yards right there. This is why this play averages 9 yards per play. Now this type of look right here, you see the box is stacked. You have 7 people in the box. You have, you have your 5 blockers, your tight end, and your running back. So you have 7 on 8 basically. But you see this wide receiver triangle that's just uncapped right there, minding his damn business. Get over to an RPO bubble. Force them to cover that ground. Obviously, if you have a better tight end or a better slot receiver there, he's going to make a guy miss. But essentially, you leave no blade of grass unturned, uncovered, especially against the spread. You know what I mean? 2 deep look. I'm bringing this guy in and I'm running this read option, man, all day. Keeping it again. I don't think Lamar can juke behind a line of scrimmage no more. It's kind of trash. They must have fixed that. Perfect. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So, anytime you see that safety come down, it's more than likely going to be a zone blitz. Right? So, zone blitz, same thing. You want to slide towards the blitz, though. You want to make sure you do that. You're alerting to triangle. Squares your read. If it's man or match, you have circle on the backside. On the run accurate. Gotta love it. And again, that's once that safety comes down, that then becomes single high safety. It's cover 3. Once that safety comes down there, we slide to the right, we pick it up, we see the guys coming, halfbacks there, corner out, kinda there, and look at that seam. Look at that seam, bro. You can throw that right there without even pass leading it, trying to get the big play. You can just hit that right down the seam. Or you can do all this extra shit that I did and risk getting an interception. But, just get into the practice mode and play around with the timing and everything, man. Just practice against everything and you'll be fine. So, next play is Y shallow cross. Now, Y shallow cross I don't really motion in. Y shallow cross is pretty much a stock play. Love Y shallow cross. Shallow cross is one of the best concepts in football. And right there, I actually wanted to hit the triangle, but I stepped across the line of scrimmage. Let's actually run it again. Wide shell across, 2 deep safeties. Looks like cover 2. We want to alert to square. We want to alert to the posts. It's not there, but fuck it, right? It's not there at all, but fuck it. Chuck it. All right, let's try it one more time. They're gonna keep giving me this 2 deep safety look. I'll just run this all day. And that's the actual read they're supposed to do there. Dump that off to the drag and take your yards. If the drag is covered, that means that they're leaving something else open. All right. So again, we got a safety roll down here. Safety's blitzing. Let's see. Safety's blitzing. This guy's blitzing. This guy's blitzing. This guy's blitzing. You got 4 strong. I'm sorry, 4 weak. You got 4 people coming off the weak side of your line. Okay? Easy read right there. I'll show y'all why I read that and threw that corner blindly. The corner is off coverage here. I know these 4 are coming. What do you want to do when you see a blitz? You want to throw at the blitz. That's a free rusher. Look at 21. 21's a free rusher. You have 4 people coming, and there's nobody else there to block it, right? So what does that mean? That means the ball got to come out hot. That means the user's most likely right over, user in number 51 right here. He's going to take away that first read. But the first read ain't the seam, it's the corner. And because of the leverage of this guy, you can typically, if you're in that far off coverage and you want to throw a corner out, bang, that's easy. Low trigger pass, down and outside, possession catch, easy money. I'm glad we're getting it again. Looks like the same exact thing. We'll put that guy on a streak. We want to slide our line to the left. Right as he breaks. Right as he breaks. And that's a universal coverage cornerback right there versus a 67, 68 overall tight end that's playing in a slot and running a corner route. You know what I mean? Like, this is as easy as a read as you can get. Bang. Puts his foot in the ground. That ball's coming out. Take a look here. As he's about to take his break, ball's coming out of my hands. Good read. Alright, so this type of look here, you got that guy mugging the gap. Read option, bro. Read option. Motion this guy in just like we always do.
Ready, go.
That is the ugliest juke I've ever seen. I don't know what they've done to Lamar, man. I don't even run read options in game no more because of that. But yeah, man, shit's kind of crazy. All right, so let's do a little live lab, right? Because you don't see this, you know, this road motion a lot. Let's see what happens if you run this here. Yeah. Yep. Hey, you can't get a chuck on the DB. That's terrible.
Let's go.
So a lot of times when you have these rolled zone blitzes, right? This guy becomes a part of your he's a part of your run fit. Because he's a part of your run fit, when you call an RPO, he run fits. He fits the run. He's the force defender. Or the cutback guy, I mean. So what does that mean? That means the bubble's always there. That means the bubble's always there. Any type of zone blitz, bubble's always there. Alright. So, what else we got here? We went over angle smash, right shallow cross, read option, Z spot. Z spot is one of my favorites, man. I want to put square on a basic. It was a 10-yard dig and a whip route from the slot, and we're reading circle to X to square. Spot is such an easy to read play. And spot, a lot of times nobody's checking for spot, right?
Travel.
Nobody's checking for spot. Like I said, the 3 plays we got here: read option, we're motioning square inside. Angle smash, we're motioning square inside. Z spot and Z shallow cross, Y shallow cross, we're not motioning at all. We're staying spread. The low pass accurate right there. The reason I low pass that is because once I see, and you also have to read the user defender, obviously, but for the most part, users are going to be using that middle linebacker that's in that mid read right there in the cover 2. 51. 51's the mic. You see him dropping back into coverage, blah, 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 blah. You have this open here. 100% open. Because the tight end is flexed out, the guy that's over top of him is going to give him a little bump, a chuck, or shove, or whatever it is, and that pretty much opens up that spot route every time. For easy 5 yards, right? But because we know we have that spot route, and we anticipate users jumping that spot route every at least the second time we run it, we anticipate this throw coming wide open. We just lowball that. The reason we lowball it is because we wanted to get there as fast as possible, while this linebacker here, number 50, is dealing with this whip route. So while he's dealing with that whip route right there, you can see he gets his hands on him. We get this dig route right behind there. Bang. So the dig and whip combo versus cover 2 is so good. Any type of dagger concept against cover 2 is really good, because you get a chuck animation, you get somebody underneath that gets the hook defender busy, and then you have a 15-yard dig right behind it. You know what I mean? In this case, it's only like a 10-12 yard dig, but yeah. I'll actually give you all a little bonus footage here. So in Z spot, I do this little route combo. This is really good, right? But there's a better version of it in single back doubles. You know what I mean? Single back doubles has this play exactly how it's on the screen here, but the dig is a lot deeper. So with that being said, let's go ahead and run this one more time here. That was a bad read. I'm just blindly throwing the dig route. Guarantee you the spot was open on the right. Watch this. Watch this. Look at the spot route. 100% open. But because I'm so used to throwing this dig and I'm looking for that dig, yeah, we got suckered into that one. We got suckered into that throw, for sure. So we went over formation number 30, we went over 29, 29, and now we're going to get to 28. So this single high safety look is a beautiful thing. We actually want to get out of this because we have a tight end in the slot, which was an experiment just for this video, but in a nutshell, you don't want to run that. So let's go ahead and get back to our base personnel here. And let me spread. So we have 88. He's going to be our Z. 11 is going to be our X. F is going to be 12. 12 is our guy. 12 is going to run our bubble. 12 is going to run our hit seam. 12 is going to run the Y shallow, run the shallow cross on Y shallow cross, and flanker dig, and you know, like, he's just that guy in this formation. The triangle button is going to be your best friend there. You know what I mean? So essentially, what I like to do out of this formation is keep everything the same. We're going to keep everything spread here. So of the 12 audibles that you have access to in this scheme, let's say four of the 12 plays is gonna stay spread. It's gonna keep everybody spread out, and we're gonna send everybody out on routes. We're not gonna be blocking halfbacks here unless they're sending the house. You know, if they're sending the house, cool, we'll adjust. But for the most part, we'll just do what we want to do. So 2 deep safety look here. Again, I'll always preach this. You want to run this inside zone where you bubble. There's 12 yards right there. 2 deep safety look, most likely cover 2. Again, you got press man here. We can go either way. We can run the ball here, or we can bring out the man beating routes. We can bring out H shallow cross. H is your triangle button here. So essentially, you want to slide to the side of the premier guy. We're gonna alert to this square receiver every time. That fade is a really good fade route, and if he wins at the line of scrimmage, you can fit that in there versus cover 2, and of course versus cover 3 and cover 4. You got a one-play tutty. So we're gonna always alert to that. He doesn't win. The shallow cross. Easy money. That's 12 yards. Why is it 12 yards? Let's find out. Next time on Dragon Ball Z. It's like, oh. So you got man press across. Well, you got press coverage across the board. I'm not going to say it's man until we declare that it's man. It's not. This is cover 1 robber press. I mean cover 3 robber press. So essentially, our shallow cross here is going to be wide open because the other 2 routes on this side of the field with 84 and 88, they're going to drive these zones up. They're going to drive these guys up. These guys have to get depth because, these routes are here. You got a Mills concept with a dig and a post. And then right underneath of that, you have this shallow, which we do throw. Essentially, as soon as this guy crosses the center, which is about right here, this is when you want to throw this. And we pass lead this up the field. Bang. Easy catch. And run. Make 2 guys miss on a juke. This guy only has like 76 juke. But yeah, I'll take that, man. All day. Take that all day, brother. So against this type of look here, this looks like it's Overstorm Brave. I mean, if you can't beat Overstorm Brave, bro, I don't even know what you're doing here.
Bravo.
I don't know. I do not know. So we can, of course, we can still go shallow cross. We can go RPO. RPO action here. And splits. Show y'all why that works. This is why this is in my audibles here. We got another man blitz coming up next too. So this is why this is in my audibles. This guy is always in conflict. He's in man on that guy, because this is a man blitz. He's in man on that guy, but he's also in the run fit. He's also in the run fit. Takes the fake just a little bit, and we're able to get outside of him here. And that's easy money. Easy money. So many ways to beat man in this game. And of course, you can always do the motion snap slant and all that other good shit. I want to see what it looks like against this hitch. Let's see. Can't even get it off. That's funny. The hitch got open real quick though.
Okay. Right.
Let's see. It ain't there. Let's see it to the boundary. Yeah, to the boundary. See what it does here. This is something I haven't honestly labbed. I don't run hitches versus man like people do in real life. That's not there. We'll take that though. We'll take that all day, every day. Let's get back over to the right hash here. So it's something I want y'all to see out of this hitch play that is just really, 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 really good. So this looks like this is cover 6. Perfect. So it's perfect, but it's not perfect because Claypool is going to run our big post here, right? So you see the right side corner, he's 5 yards off the ball. The left side corner is about 7 to 8 yards off the ball. That's a clear tell that this is cover 6 or cover 9. Essentially, the left side corner and the left side safety are in cover 4. The right side safety is in cover 2. The right side corner is in a cloud flat or a soft spot. Okay? So how do we attack that? We come with our bread and butter H shallow cross. And we're going to make 3 adjustments. We're going to put Cooper on a comeback. We're going to put Hill on a wheel. And we're going to motion him from left to right. This now becomes Shark HB Wheel from gun doubles. And essentially, we can get the blocking down, right? We're going to have circle for a big play. Take a look. We get sacked. That's terrible. This is why I hate pass protection in this game, bro. It just breaks free way too easily. Alright, we got the same look. Cool. Do this again. We're going to slide left this time. That's all we're going to do is slide left. Hopefully our superstar dev left tackle picks up our rusher here. He doesn't. You outrun a linebacker. Nope, guess not.
Here we go.
I gotta show this against cover 6, bro. I got to. I just have to. Because this is such a good play against cover 6. Again, gun doubles has the better version of it, but you can get to it out of multiple formations here. We're gonna put wide receiver 2 in the slot. We have our big fast guy here running this handy dandy
Let's go.
big post.
Delta, Delta.
All right,
Go.
here we go. That's the play. Thomas is our guy.
Ready, go.
Dashing Deadeye. Bang. That's a big play against cover 6. That's a Mills concept against cover 6. And I'll show you guys why it works. Okay? Okay. Alright. So, what do we have on the field as far as the defense goes? We have cover 6. What does cover 6 do? Cover 6 matches the 1 and 2 on the speed side of the formation. Speed side is the 2 receiver side. And it's also to the field. Alright? Now, ideally, this is exactly how you want to run your cover 6, which is you want to run the cover 2 side of your cover 6 to the 3 receiver side. Basically, the side that has the halfback, tight end, and wide receiver on it. Okay. Now, the thing that makes this play work is this safety is in conflict. You're putting this guy in conflict. He has to either cover a post or a wheel route. But the post is not going to end up in his zone. The wheel route is going to end up in his zone. He's just fading, fading, fading. As you can see here, these two guys, this wheel and this post, are going to end up right at about the same part of the field here. Okay. Now, like I said, matching concepts, matching principles in cover 6. The left side is they're all going to converge on that comeback route. That's what they're all waiting for. That's the only receiver on this side of the field here. This free safety, 94 overall safety, is playing in no man's land because the number 2 takes a drag. There's no work for him here. If he matches the drag, it's an even bigger play. So what does he do? He stays, he matches with the comeback. That's his guy. He's playing in no man's land. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, bro, like he has no work, and he's not looking for work either. He's just standing there flat-footed. 94 overall. Now, in real life, basically, this is one of the Minnesota Vikings staples of their defense. This guy would match that drag. And then the linebacker here would then replace this safety once the drag passes. You know, it's a communication thing. It's kind of hard to explain, but essentially that's what would happen here. But this guy's matching the comeback, staying with the comeback anyway. You got a dig coming over the middle. That's covered though. You got the drag that got picked up by all the underneath zones here. So what's left is this 4 receivers on one side of the field attacking the cover 2 side of a defense. Cornerback takes the wheel route here, which is what he's supposed to do. But what happens is once he breaks inside, look how far that goddamn safety is, bro. Insanity. That's why you don't call some of these coverages, man. That's such a big throw. And that safety is so far back. That's insane. Like, this play starts at the 30-yard line. I guarantee he was back at the other 30-yard line when I threw this ball. Yep. Yep. He's 40 yards down the field, bro. He ain't playing nobody down. Look at that strong safety down there, bro. Who you covering down there, bro? Oh, man. Gotta love it. Gotta love Madden. Gotta love Madden. I mean, this concept definitely works against the defense. In real life, in theory, and with matching concepts and everything, it does work. Not this well. Not this well. Like, there isn't anybody around that receiver for 20 yards either way. I mean, they converge on him. They cut that window down about 5 yards, but son, that's insane. Well, and they're giving it to me again, so why not? It's just simple. It's just simple stuff right here, man. You can get your protection right. Outrun the linebacker. Bang. Easy money. Easy money. Now, it's funny that the linebacker actually matched him that time. It's probably because when I rolled out. Or it has something to do with this drag here. It's the tight end. The tight end got super bumped. And instead of the linebacker matching the tight end, he matches the wheel. I mean, he matches the post. That's hilarious, man. Yeah, you can definitely throw the comeback, too. Look at that. Throw the comeback 100%. Bang. But if you're looking for the big play, you're looking for the big one. Boink. Alright. I don't even know how long this video's been going on, man. It's crazy. So, we're on to what, play number 13, some shit like that now. Where's our bitch? There we go. Hit seam. 111 calls, 13.3 yards per play. You know what that means? This is a touchdown. God damn it. This is a touchdown versus cover 3. Cover 3 sky. Again, look at where the safety is. Safety is on the right side of the hash, right? You're going to put square on the comeback. That's it. That's all you need for this to be a one-play touchdown versus cover 3. Ugh. There's that safety coming into play. He's a good safety. Let's see if we can manipulate that safety a little bit. We can get that safety to move. No. Alright, cool. No completion, but we're getting the ball there. We're getting the ball there, and he is in the zone too, so that kind of he's shut down and he's in the zone. Let's see, it's shut down, right? Yeah, universal coverage and shut down. So good luck. See if I can pump fake him. I tried to swerve catch. I suck at that shit. Alright, I think that's pretty much it for this session, man. Spread, pretty complicated, but it's pretty easy. As long as you can get your reads down and devise an offense that works for you. And one of the things I always say is, like, even if you run shuttle cross just the way it is, right? Make sure that you're hitting these checkdowns. That's crazy. But make sure you're hitting these halfbacks on these little routes right here. Like right here. R1. R1's open. R1's open for a couple yards there, man. If you feel like you about to get sacked, hit R1. You know what I mean? Like, hit R1. If you want to throw right up the seam, so be it. But R1's there. If you wanna live the dangerous life of throwing up the seams against safeties,
Set. Ready.
my guess. But R1's there. if you want to call other plays, let's go through the check down game. Why shallow cross? Who's getting destroyed on this play? That's a superstar. Oh, okay, superstar dev guy getting destroyed. All right, gotcha. Why shallow cross? Doing it this way this time. It's cover 3 again. Anytime you see wide shallow cross, alert to that every time. Off coverage, alert to that every time.
Here we go. And read. Great stone.
But in any case, you go to throw that. You know, it's not there.
Ready go.
You go with the ball. Where you go with the ball, huh? This guy. Get your yards. Get positive yards. Because turning 1st and 10 into 2nd and 7, and then turning 2nd and 7 into 3rd and 3. That's good. That's good offense, man. It's still good offense. Yeah. Take what they give you, man. Take what they give you, homie. Even right here. Ooh, we got destroyed, but we got 5 yards. Take those checkdowns, bro.
On the ready.
Oh, he's out of the zone now. All right, let's see if we can get this.
Set up.
If we can get this big shot right here. Got it. Got a completion. He's not in the zone, so we are able to get the completion. Look at that. And all we're doing right here is putting square on a comeback and smart routing them. Basically keeping that guy, keeping that corner down. And we got a streak from the slot. Got a completion there too.
Here we go. Here we
Do
go.
it again.
60 yards.
Smart route. Come back. Only thing I don't like about this formation is I can't motion the halfback out to the left, which is stupid. But in any case. Also low ball that there. Once he passed that zone, it's a wrap.
Ready, ready. Get the plan.
Probably actually do that with
Ready,
the
ready.
way it is right here. That was a bad throw. I'm just playing around with hitches right now, to be honest.
7, hike go.
That's a low trigger pass, bullet. Fitting it into
On the
seam.
double. Hike go.
This used to be a thing
Set,
where you
ready.
would actually
18 gator, 18 gator.
just streak up both receivers here.
Set, hut.
Ooh, bad timing. That was bad
Go
timing.
now. Hut, hut.
Throwing up the seam, bro. That's all,
Okay,
man.
ready.
Just throwing up the seam, man. Look at this here. Watch this one.
Match box. Right.
Single high safety.
Ready.
Want one of these. Little gun stack.
Set, hut. 15 lining.
Also, if you want to really fuck with somebody here, you go with
Bullet, high.
audible to this shit here. Nobody's expecting it. Nobody's really got to answer for it real quick. Easy yards, man. that's a little what do you call it? Easter egg for you guys.
Rotate.
I'm
Spell.
out the gun monster here. Got a weak box.
Single.
We get 10 yards out the deal. On a basic inside zone.
Set. 90 wolf.
Audible over 3 times.
General. West.
Then one of these here.
Ready, go.
The defense gets set. Easy reads, boy. Easy reads.
Ready. 10, touch again.
Oh, you got a hit stick, so that means everybody's in the zone.
Cover.
That's funny.
We
Let's open this is, though.
32. Fire.
Not as open as it used to be.
Got it.
But, yeah, man. If you liked the video, like the video. If you didn't, be sure to dislike it, leave some hateful comments, and unsubscribe. Thanks for watching. Nah, man.